Moving to America had always been a dream of mine, and I was excited to explore this new country. I knew there would be challenges along the way, but I was ready to face them head on. However, navigating the public transportation system was not one of the challenges I had anticipated. When I arrived in the US, everything was new and different, and the public transportation system was no exception. At first, I only traveled with my friends from the program, and together it was easy to find solutions. But when I found my internship in Washington, my ordeal began because I didn't have anyone with me, and I was so stressed about taking the metro that connects Alexandria to Washington. So I started to take an Uber. But I couldn't keep traveling like that for long, so I decided to face this fear of transportation. The routes, schedules, and fare systems were confusing and overwhelming, and I found myself getting lost many times. The first few times, I got lost in the different metro lines, yellow, blue, and red, while I was immersed in Google Maps that didn't really help me. I was always late for my internship because I didn't know the metro directions and had to get off every time to recalculate my route. Being from Côte d'Ivoire, our transportation system is very different. We usually talk to people and ask for directions when we want to go somewhere. But here in the US, finding your way is more reliant on technology. You should ask your way to internet and follow the map. One day, I had to be on time for a meeting with my country's embassy radio, where I was doing my internship. I prepared early and thought I finally knew the way. But on that day, stress made me enter a different address than my destination. And I had to change the metro, walk again, and after realizing that the address was incorrect, I felt so alone and overwhelmed that I cried in the streets of Washington. At that moment, I called my father, who reminded me that sometimes it's better to ask for help from others instead of relying solely on Google Maps. Following his advice, I finally asked an American for direction and was able to find my way to the embassy. However, I arrived late and upset, realizing that my fear of navigating the metro had caused me to miss an important meeting. The experience was frustrating and I felt like giving up, but with time and patience, I began to learn the system and things became easier. I learned to plan my trips ahead of time and I started asking for help when I needed it. Now, I can go anywhere using public transportation and I'm proud of the progress I have made. But my experience also made me realize how challenging it can be to navigate public transportation in a new country. And I wanted to share my story to help others understand that if you are going through this now, it's okay. You are not alone. Navigating public transportation in the US was challenging for me as a newcomer, but I learned the importance of asking for help and helping others. Simple acts of kindness can make a difference in someone's day. I found comfort in sharing my struggles with other CCI participants, and sharing our challenges can create camaraderie. In the end, my struggles with public transportation became a valuable life lesson, reminding me that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous and empowering act.